going to hit record and we're going to do big waves out there. So happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Always excited when I get to start my day with you beautiful people. So thank you for that. And hold on, I got to make my notes a little bigger because I can't actually see them. So let's work on that for a moment here. So excited to be on with you guys today. And if we end up with a special guest, then we'll end up with a special guest. But I don't want to keep you waiting because I know you guys all have big plans for the day. So glad that you're here. So, first of all, this word was suggested to me, and I guess I chose not to fill that in. So, this was a suggested word. Um, well, goodness gracious. Well, by a magical person that you don't get to know who it is. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't write it down, but if this was suggested to me and I forgot to write it down. So sorry about that. I'll give you credit tomorrow, but I will say that I greatly appreciate every single word that you send me. And the word today is efficiency. And I love this word. I like to tell people all the time that I'm not lazy, I'm efficient. I like to do things in the most efficient manner because that just makes good sense. So it's not that I don't want to leave the house twice in a day, but it's more efficient that if I go to one place and then to the next one and then stay home for the rest of it. It's not lazy, it's efficient. And we may or may not have two birthdays today. So we have Sharon, which I don't think she's here, and then Karen, and she might not be here either. But if you guys know Sharon Goss or Karen, tell them happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, because we love them and we want them to celebrate. And the definition of efficiency is the ability to accomplish a task or goal with the least amount of wasted time, effort, or resources. And that just seems smart to me. So, what it really means is getting more done with less. So, less of what? Less stress, less time, less backtracking. And it's not about rushing, it's about being intentional and effective with what you have. And all of that sounds lovely to me, but looked into it a little bit more about, well, why is that important? Like, why does this matter in our world? Well, it matters because it saves time and gives us space for the things that actually matter, right? So if I'm efficient and when I get up in the morning and make the bed and brush my teeth and get those things done in a real efficient manner, well, then I have time to sit and enjoy that cup of coffee and listen to the little birdies go chirp, 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 right? Outside the window or maybe even outside, right? If we're efficient when we run those errands, well, then maybe we have time to run around with our kiddos for a little bit where normally we might not have the time to carve that out in the day. If I'm efficient with my business, well, then maybe I'll get a little snuggle time at the end of the night, whatever that looks like. So when we're efficient, it gives us the space to do the things that we actually care, third time's a charm, care about rather than just filling up that time with things that don't really matter to our hearts, right? They matter maybe to our checkbook or the things that we need to accomplish, but maybe they don't matter to our hearts. It reduces burnout by eliminating that wasted energy that maybe we don't want to be using. It builds trust because when people notice that you follow through quickly and consistently, they believe that you're going to do what you tell them that you're going to do. And it leads to better results without the overwhelm. And all of that sounded incredibly lovely to me. Like I really do try to be efficient, but sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels. I'm kind of running around all over the place. And it's like, okay, well, how can we be more efficient? Even when maybe there's a lot going on, especially when there's a lot going on, when we maybe feel like, bless you, maybe we feel like we're getting pulled into a thousand different directions. How can we continue to be efficient? And so I found some lists out there on how we can be more efficient. So first of all, and this was told to me many, many years ago, and this is a habit that I will admit I used to do. I was so great about this. and I have stopped. So this was a great reminder, and that's to make your to-do list the night before. If you sit down and map out. Oh, good job, John. That's a long one. So good luck with that. I hope you're able to get that all done today in an efficient manner. But make that list the night before because waking up knowing exactly what matters allows us to walk through the day more efficiently, feel more in control, and not be running around like a wild little goose. And I just can't believe I've stopped doing this. So today, well, yeah, tonight's going to be night one. I'm going to take your example, John, so I can start tomorrow morning more efficiently. Next is to batch your tasks. So if we think about kind of the main chunks of our day, what we have to get done, batch them. So do all your calls at one time. As much as you can if your voice can last for that, right? But try to put that together. Sit down and work through your email as quickly as you can, but in one chunk of time. Run those errands all at once instead of jumping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, where you're in and out, in and out, in and out all day long. Number three is to ditch the distractions. And I used to say when, because I've worked at home with my kids for a really long time, and I would say feed the beast first. So what does that mean? I would work on my most beautiful distractions first. So I made sure that the kids were fed and loved on and happy, and they had all of their little tanks filled so that I could course, shift course and go do the things that I needed to get done and then go back. So I didn't ditch those beautiful distractions, but I did take care of them first. So we all have some things in our life that may be considered a distraction, things that are going to pull us from doing the work that we need to be doing. Try to take care of those things first and then eliminate the ones that we can. So put your phone in do not disturb. I actually have well, Brent says I like gadgets. He says I'm a gadget person, and it may or may not be true. I really do like gadgets. And the newest gadget that I have is kind of the most boring gadget, but it's called a brick. So not what you build a house with, but it is called a brick. It's little, it's square. I can't quite reach it where I'm at right now, or I'd show you guys. But what it does is you tap it on your phone and then you leave it behind and then your phone will not do anything that you deem a distraction. And so I will lock down my phone like Fort Knox. And the only things that I can do, let's say I need to make some phone calls that day and I don't want to, well, then I'm going to make it that the only thing that this phone will do is make phone calls. I will lock down everything else. I brick it and then you put the brick aside. So you can't work around it until you go back, get your brick and tap it back to your phone. So you don't have to lock it down quite that hard, but some of us need external discipline at times. But I love it because it makes it so that I am just focusing on the things that I just need to focus on. And so it's a great way that you don't have to have discipline. It can live outside you. So highly recommend that. Yes, definitely doing laundry while you're on Zoom. That can be an efficient use of time. Next is to use your best brain hours. And we all have times where we are sharper. Okay. There's times when we're a little bit slower. If you catch me after about 8:30 p.m., you're going to watch the mental decline happen right before your eyes because I am a 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30 bedtime kind of gal. But you know what? I pop out of bed about 5 a.m. and I feel really productive and I can get a lot done between about 5 a.m. and we're going to say 10 a.m. That's probably my peak mental hours. And then we, slow down a little bit and all of that. So, but if you know that you're the sharpest at 10 a.m., well, use that time really wisely. Do your hardest task in that block of time and then do the other stuff around it. Okay, so do the other stuff around that. Next is stick with good enough. And this can be a really hard, hard lesson for those of us that like things to be perfect. We can delve into perfectionism another day, but today we're just going to focus on remember that it's better done than on the to-do list. It's better done than trying to go for that perfect. As Josh said the other day, progress over perfection. So perfection can waste a lot of time. Oh, I've wasted so much time in this space. Done is better than perfect. So just work on getting it done. And then, you know what? Maybe someday you can go back and clean it up if you need to, but just get it done. Next one is create a repeatable system. Repeatable systems, okay? If you do something more than twice, make it a process. So if you know that every single day you are trying, I don't know what we're going to do every single day. Make a cup of coffee. Well, make sure that you do it in the most efficient way. So you've got a little system where you go to the machine, everything that you need is right there, and you're able to move through it quickly instead of, I'll tell you, I'm thinking about it because I go to three cupboards to make coffee in the morning right now because I'm not in my space. And so I've got my stuff fit into the little pockets in somebody else's home. So if I was smart, I would be efficient and I would gather all of that. But I am getting my steps in the morning. So we're gonna say that that's okay. And then lastly, if we want to be the most efficient that we can, say no to the things that don't align. And I think that this can be really hard for the doers out there. I think some of us might have been raised that if you sit on your bottom for more than 30 seconds, then that's bad, right? Like if you resting is something that has to be earned, like those kind of different kind of mentalities. And so we want to say yes to every single thing so that we fill up every single pocket of our day. But what is that going to do? It's going to drive us crazy. So say no to the things that don't align to our spirit. Being busy isn't the same as being effective. And yes, I've got to add a little disclaimer there. Like sometimes we have to say yes to, cleaning the commode and like doing the things that we might not necessarily want to do because life does include that dirty work as well. But truly the things that don't align, that you're like, this is not part of my values. This is truly not important to me. This is something that our lives will be better if I let this go. Let it go. And that's a huge way that you can be efficient. So, wish our birthday ladies a happy birthday out there. If you know that these two ladies, go give them some love, Sharon and Karen. And guys, we love you so much. Thank you for being here this morning. I hope you have a beautiful Thursday, and we'll see you back tomorrow. So, love you guys. Have a great day.
Thank
Love you,
you.
Andrew. Great job
Thank
today.
you.
Good
Andrew.
job.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And thank you for all
Andrea.
your help.
Happy
Uh-huh.
birthday, everybody. Have a
Happy
Happy
wonderful day.
birthday.
Thursday.
Blessings. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Love you big. Have a great day.